think we're going good. Should be live. Aren't we? Yes, we are. Hey, guys. How's it going? It's good to see you again. Let me just verify this thing real quick. Okay, so today we're back and we're going to talk all about masking in Adobe Premiere Pro. This was requested by Appetizer Gamer or Rajiri Deepak. He wants to know all things masking, and so I'm like, yeah, it's a great idea because masking is kind of weird because generally when you look at it, you're like, why would I want to use that? I don't really understand why that would be useful. And I think if you see how this tool works, you'll be able to use it a lot more often, and it'll open up like creative ways you can make videos not only faster but better. So we are. Hold on, let me. Here, I'll go and start this for us. I have my my travel videos project open because it has some good footage in there. That would be great for this. So yeah, we're going to we're going to take out things that we don't want in our shot, and we're also going to blur some objects and cover up some mistakes, do some color correction, apply effects, and like highlight certain areas of interest. Okay, sorry, I'm looking over to the side. I'm all good. All right, so let me just get this right. Turn this off. Turn this on. Okay, so we're here, right? We're picking up where we left off when we were editing the Italian video, which was last week. So a week ago today, that's when we were working on them, and we were building out this Italian video. Now, some of the shots might have some things in there that we don't want. Now, what makes masking the most useful is when we have shots that aren't moving. So most of these shots are moving. The thing is, if we go here. Okay, I think this might be a pretty good shot to do it, actually. So let's do it with this one, okay? So I think, let me, I'll just mute the music for now. So there's no music. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna remove the effects on here too. So, you know what? Let me, I hit match frame. It's in my source monitor, you can't see it, but I'm just gonna create a new little sequence. So we can just isolate this, not worry about anything, okay? So we're gonna drag this in. All right, keep the existing settings. And this is our clip, all right? So this is what we got. And I want to just trim it right here. So we'll be good here, okay? So what I wanna do is I wanna take out that little chalice, I think that's a fountain. Let me zoom in. Is that a fountain? I don't know what that is. Maybe I should brush up on my Italian history, seeing as I am Italian. But this was in the Vatican in Rome, and it was a spiral staircase before you get to you know, the center of the Vatican. So there's this thing here. I'm sure it's historic and really cool, but I just don't remember what it is. What is that? Sorry, hold on. What is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, false alarm. Coffee maker being annoying. Okay, so we are gonna continue working on this, and what I want to remove that. Okay, so we're gonna use masking to do this, and so what we can do, because it's kind of isolated in its own spot and it's a little circle, I am gonna keep the zoom on here, and then I am going to, let's see. First, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go under opacity, and this is where the mask lives, okay? So this is where we're going to create our own custom shape. We can do a little circle, we can do a square, but I generally like to do the free draw Bezier. So I click this little guy, it creates a mask. excuse me, the moment that I click on it. So now that I've clicked on it, I can circle around, okay? Just gonna click around, and I can click and hold to add Bezier points, okay? So I'm clicking and holding, and adding Bezier points to go around, okay? Doing it just like this. Do a nice little circle, and we don't need this one, right? At least I don't think we do. So I can go in here, I can hold control and remove that keyframe. Okay, so this is our circle. It's not a perfect circle, but it's okay. And then we're going to feather it out just a little bit. And then since we feathered it, let's expand it so we can make sure that we have this exact shape within, so that it's not feathered at all. Okay, so this is what we got. Then I am going to hold Control or Command, press C, and copy this layer. I'm just going to copy it and then place it right above the other one. Okay, so here's what we got. And what I want to do is I want to cut this out while also retaining the same look of the background. Okay, so I am going to, here we go. So since it's a duplicate, the bottom also has the mask on, so I'm just going to remove the mask. Okay, so we can't really see the mask anymore. We can highlight it, we can see where it is, but we can't tell what's happening. So what we want to do is we want to just like take it out and then replace it with something underneath. So as the video moves along, okay, we can see that it's moving. All right, so what we're gonna do is first we're gonna make it look like, you know, what's not there. Okay, so if I just hold on, if I might have this backwards. Do I want to reverse it? Yes, I do. Okay. So now that I have this mask, I mean, if I wanted to, I could just move this around. See, there's two of them. I can have two of them going on here. I can kind of shrink this. Okay. And then we got two. We got two moving. Okay, so maybe we don't have to do it this way, because ultimately I want it gone. But what I can do is I can create a mask around something that is next to it. Okay, so if I move this mask and I actually put it, okay, and I brought the mask expansion down so that it's just this small little guy, and I have it right there. It should be pretty consistent. You know what? This may not be the best example, because I could just place something on top of it. That's what I could do. So I could just layer something on top, and then you won't know it's there. And I can layer something on top by taking what's from there. Yeah. I think I might be able to do that. Let's try that. Okay, so where's the mask? There it is. Let's bring that feather down a little. Okay, and then let's use this mask tracking. So if I track it forward, okay, if I just track the selected mask forward, it should start. Oop. Oh goodness. Okay. So you see that? I just tracked it and it just stays there, okay? So all I did was hit this little play button, and Premiere Pro automatically senses what's happening in the screen and it tracks the mask. This is the only tracker that's available in Premiere. Unfortunately, I wish there was a separate tracker, but there isn't. So we use it when we work with masks. So what I did is I just masked out an area that's moving along with the video. So now I can go on the higher level and just kind of scoot it over. And I can put it over here. And if I wanted to, I could feather it out some more and scale it up. Okay. Let's see. It does hold on to that shadow a bit, which is why we feather a little more. Okay, maybe that just looks like a highlight, but if we expand it out. Let's see how this looks. Just feather it some more. Okay. It doesn't work. I think it's because of the scale. Unfortunately. So this isn't working perfectly, but what we can do is we can take a screenshot and basically layer it on top. Hold on. I could also sorry, hold on, I'm just kind of figuring this out as we go. I think we will get back to this, but what we can do is with this mask, not only because, like, you know, we turn off the background and we just see that, right? So, oh, I just moved the mask over, but that's okay. Yeah, I just removed the keyframes. Okay, so with this mask, if I just track it again, so I hit the little play button, so it's tracking it. What's up, JT? How you doing? We are tracking this guy. Okay, so we tracked him. All right, and then we turn on the background. Still have it tracked. Now we can bring the scale down. See, we did kind of duplicate it. We have two of them going now. Okay, so we've got two, and it kind of moves a little, but that's okay. Now if I put it back where it needs to be, it's just where it belongs. Okay. So I have it over here, and then now I can just add effects. Okay, so we're gonna do like quick little color pop. Okay, so we're gonna add some saturation to this bad boy, and ooh, it is not loading the frames for me, guys. Look at that. I simply just want to lighten it up. Wow. Hold on. If I just want to add, sorry, I'm trying to preview this for you guys, but it's just okay. So I can adjust the brightness here, change the contrast to make it so it sticks with the floor. I can make it darker. See these certain areas. It's kind of nice. Add some shine to it. See, pops out a little more. Definitely does. If I turn this off, yep, there you go. So for some reason, HLS is not loading when I. Okay. So yeah, we can do that. So that's like highlighting. We can also adjust the colors of certain things. So that's what I was trying to do before. Want to be able to just, for some reason, it's just not rendering this effect. It's just a simple effect. It just doesn't want to do it. I'm sorry, guys. Things just pop up when you least expect it. Okay. No worries, Rajiri. I've had some little difficulties, but ultimately, to recap, I created a mask here. I can show you how I did that. So I'll just redo everything I just did. Okay. So right here, I have two layers. They're the same exact thing on top of one another. And I want to take this. I want to take this chalice in the middle, and I want to make it brighter. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in on the video. All right. So we see this. I'm going to go back to the first frame. All right, it starts off as a blur, so I'm going to use this Bezier tool. This is how you create a mask. It's the only way to create a mask in Premiere Pro. you click on the side. Well, actually, I'm going to undo that. Control Z. Click and hold, and just kind of pull out the Beziers here. The reason why you do that is so that you can continue Beziering over here. Okay, so now we're making a little circle. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, and click. Okay, and then we can, you can hold Alt and then adjust the Bezier on the keyframes. Okay, so now we've got a mask here, okay? So when we move, the mask doesn't follow the object we're trying to highlight, okay? So now we can use the mask path and these little like track selected mask backward and forward buttons so that Premiere Pro can read what's on the screen and just track back and forth to follow it. And this is the only tracking and masking tools that Premiere has. Fortunately, it's not as comprehensive as After Effects, but this is what we got. So I hit this little tracking tool. It's analyzing the whole clip, and it's going to do it for us. Should follow it, okay? So if I go back to fit, you can see as I scrub back, it's following the chalice, okay? It's very cool. All right, so now we're going to expand it a little bit. So this mask expansion just, for the effect, it expands how much the mask affects, but it doesn't change the actual like path that you created. And then I just want to feather it out a little bit. So you can see here, the feather is those dotted lines. Okay, so you see the dotted lines, and then you got the expansion, which is that line, that little thin line in between. Okay, and so now I'm going to go into some brightness. Oh, also when you create this mask, if I just delete this layer underneath, all you see is the chalice. Okay, so I'm going to keep that layer there, put some brightness and contrast on here, and you can put whatever effect you like, and then just kind of brighten this up. And adjust the contrast a little bit if I want. But yeah, it really brightens up the floor there. So maybe if I bring the mask expansion down, get some more contrast. Okay, and then I can also feather this some more. There we go. Really bring that out. Okay. So now it's this really bright thing in the center, and it looks pretty nice. So this is quick little loop of the before and after. Okay, click this little loop button. So this is after, and this is before. So before, it's not nearly as bright, and it's nice because we can just track it. And you can track those people moving too. We can change how bright, like that guy's yellow shirt in the background looks. So it really starts appearing here. So if I want, I just create a little clip, and then I'm going to hit that Alt, and then I'm going to create a mask. I'm going to start with the mask up here because you can see all of it. So I'm going to start with it here. I'm going to click around, bam. Don't really need to click and hold much. So I'm just going to, create a shape like that. Okay, I'm going to feather this out a little. Center the feather around his yellow shirt. Okay, and then let's get that brightness going. Okay, so we got a bright background, but it doesn't have to be when you put a lot of contrast on it. Okay, so now we just kind of have a highlighted dude. Maybe his shirt just glows, and it glows on the wall behind him. So. Okay, so we got the mask, and what we're going to do is we're going to track it backwards, so we can do it one frame at a time. So as I go back, we can watch the mask. It's following the dude. Okay, it might lose sight of him a little, so just kind of make sure. Scoot that over. Let's see what happens when I automatically do the rest. Okay, it's tracking backwards, and ooh, looks like it did a good job. There we go. We got yellow shirt boy. Sweet. Okay. And then so now we're going to do the before and after loop again. Okay. So now, we've got a bright yellow shirt. No longer a bright yellow shirt. We got a bright chalice in the middle. No longer bright chalice, but we got the bright yellow shirt. So you can brighten up certain elements, and you can also color correct them. You can throw in a nice little Lumetri. So let's go to Lumetri. Okay, we can just grab Cinespace, doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit that reset button, okay? And then we're going to, I want to do basic correction. I want to do creative, right? Can I, yeah. Okay. So we can add some vibrance to this if we wanted to. Yeah, it doesn't really add much. It's already pretty vibrant. But we can change like some of the tints. So this is a highlight tint. This is a shadow tint. Kind of make them more red. Maybe make them more blue or green. Big green highlight. Or we can just make them very yellow. Okay, there we go. He is just radiating yellow. I don't know what's going on, but everywhere he walks, he's glowing up the walls. So yeah. Can I explain what mask means? Yeah, so basically a mask it's just a way to like isolate an area. You can use it like literally as a mask. So like the only way you can like stay true to the term mask when using masks is if you have two layers and you want to have the top layer literally like mask a small little object above the bottom layer. So a mask is like, it's like you wear it to, you know, nowadays you wear it to protect yourself, but in this case you wear it on a clip so that it can have like any effects that you want applied to it. And it's just for that specific area. So masks are mostly meant for isolating things. So right now we've isolated the chalice in the middle, and then we also isolated the guy's yellow shirt. Okay, so you can choose what you want to isolate. You can have as many masks as you want. You can have multiple masks within layers. So right here we can do another mask. The only thing is if you have multiple masks with the same layer, you have to retain the same effects, but sometimes that's a good thing. So let's copy and paste this mask. Okay, so I have two of the same masks. And then what I can do is I can remove the path, but I do want to keep the mask, and I want to put this mask. Let's do it. Anyone else wearing yellow? Yeah, this little boy's wearing yellow. Okay, so we're gonna do it on this little dude. Okay, and we are going to track forward. Let's do an auto track forward. Let's see what happens. Great. Okay, so track them, and then let's auto track backwards. Okay. All right, so finished. There it is. Okay, so the masks are following both the yellows, both the yellow shirts. Okay, and both of them are glowing. So if we see, we have a second mask, retains the same effects. It's on two different areas, and they're both tracked. And so you could do this also. I demonstrated this certain technique with masks. I demonstrated the very technique with masks in my how to leave two colors out of a video. And it basically did the same thing. It looks like, Roger, you want me to demonstrate it again. I will do that. So if we're in here, we can also decide to, let's see. We could take an area out, okay? So let's see. Let's say we're like transitioning from another clip, okay? Let's transition from another clip. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna get something from Hawaii, okay? Something nice. What's this? This one seems nice, okay? So we can just drag that in there. Okay, so what I want to do is I want it to like transition from it. So you can use masks to transition as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take this opacity tool. We're going to click the Bezier. All right, we're going to zoom out a little bit so that we can get this. So I want to mask out this entire bar. I mean, honestly, it's not the greatest. So I'm using the Bezier to kind of get that curve, and then I'm just gonna complete it. Okay. So there's that. So I don't want this to show. So actually, I want to invert the mask. Okay. So I cut it out by inverting the mask, and then I'm going to track the mask forward. Okay. So I'm tracking it, and so the mask should disappear because it's only following the bar on this staircase layer. Okay. So see, it's gone now. So it's not entirely gone, but it disappears about there. So once it disappears, I'm going to make sure that these keyframes know that it's supposed to be gone, and I'm just going to drag it out. Okay? Just like that. All right, so we can do it this way. So what we can do is we can change the position, and we can have the position land about here, and then bring this clip out. Okay, and then this is just a little transition, do a little ease in. Ooh, maybe I wanna, drag that out. Let's see. So see that? We use a mask to create this effect. So I took the bar away and just kind of had the clip. Because in reality, if I take this mask off, it's still there, and all that happens is the video with the sharp edge is popping in. But if I put the mask on that we tracked, because I tracked it around the bar, it looks like it slowly maneuvers. So it's not perfect. Let's see if we can like feather this out a little bit. That looks nice. Okay, so I feathered it, but I don't want to see the bar at all, so I'll bring the expansion down. Let's do that. So it doesn't look perfect. So that's the thing. Like when you use the Premiere Pro tracking tool, it's not ideal. Like I would recommend using After Effects to try and do transitions like this, but this is like where you'd want to start. So we can highlight the chalice in the middle. You can see that. We'll highlight the yellow shirts in the background, do a little transition. But yeah, these are all different techniques that you can use for masking. I hope this makes sense. I think, let's see. We can also blur certain objects. So let's say we didn't want the chalice. Okay, we want the yellow shirts, but we don't really want the chalice in there. We can also let's copy this. Actually, no, I'll just hold Alt, click and drag this layer up. Okay, that's an alternative way to do it. I'm going to delete these masks. Okay, I'm also going to delete the brightness and the lumetri color. All right, and then now I'm just going to get the mask. Now, actually, I've already tracked the chalice in the middle, so I'm going to take the opacity, I'm going to copy the opacity, paste it right in here. Okay, so we've got, okay. Now I paste it. Oh, for some reason that's okay. So I'm just going to delete that clip and then copy this one over, and then I can always just, here we go. I can blur it the whole time. Okay. So I can always just remove the layers underneath, and then I'm going to do a quick little Gaussian blur. Gaussian, not sure how you want to pronounce that. And just blur this thing out, okay? Let's expand it. And this is absolutely a way to remove the chalice. So now it's gone. It's just a blurry floor, and then we got highlighted yellow shirts, okay? So I hope that makes sense. It's funny. I was struggling to get rid of that chalice in the beginning. I don't know why. Like, I think I just picked the wrong clip, and I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. So I was like, you know what? We're not going to remove it. We're just going to brighten it. But now I use the Gaussian blur, and it has the same exact effect as like removing it. So it's not perfect, but this is basically what we want. If I just do, no, I got to do both. Okay, so if I just blur it out like crazy, and then get this feather. Okay, so you can see that, and then maybe we can brighten it. Add some brightness. There we go. So yeah, guys, this is basically it. This is masking. If you want to see the masks again, totally check them out. So we can see this mask moving. You can see it just moving along. It's following it. Okay, we tracked that. Track that by hitting this little play button. We also did it up here. It's the same exact tracking path. It's just feathered out and blurred. And then also these guys. We got the yellow shirt being tracked. Okay. His yellow shirt is so vibrant that it glows the wall behind him. Same with the little boy over there. Okay. And then over here, we've got, I just had it, had the position move. Okay. So I had this move like that. All right. And then we got the mask as well. So the mask isn't actually moving, but the mask was tracked to do the animation. So when the video is not, here, I'll just take the motion off. See, that's actually what the mask does to keep the bar out of it. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Okay, the text is moving from the ground from one part to another, and it disappears when it touches stairs. Can we make like this? Probably should have more tutorial on this. I am going to need a little more clarity from you, Rajiri. I take it you're trying to use masks with text. So moving from ground one part to another disappears when I touch the stair. Go ahead and reach out to me, Rajiri. Just send me an email with the clip that you're working on so that I can kind of help you specifically. But here, this is kind of just like a crash course on masks, and it might be a little different based on the footage you're working with. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you have any more questions, just reach out to me. I can absolutely help you through any of these issues that you're having revolving around masks. So yeah, just please check out the ParEdits helpline. There's the link in the description down below. You just click on there and pick a time on my calendar, and then we could talk all about anything that you're going through with your videos. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's good.